Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to a world that can't really be described, a world full of miracles and beauty, miracles too numerous to count that happen from nowhere, out of nowhere, and everywhere. And the magic that we use to create those miracles that we play with as we recognize more of ourselves and the power that we have to shift everything in a moment, to hold back everything in a different moment, to open a door, to change a heart, to change the world. We deliver these messages each week from here on the beacon, on the hill, into the field that has no dimensions, that speaks to beings in other worlds, in other galaxies, and beings that are here in this physical dimension. I can feel those beings watching. In gratitude for what we deliver. Giving honor to our being here. Delivering a constant message of the power of each person and the happy feelings that grow every day, all day, when you recognize yourself. If you picture a tree, like the tree behind me, it is filled with happy feelings. It blows in the breeze. Its leaves smiling, enjoying life. Full of no responsibilities, only to give happy feelings and receive happy feelings. It's a picture of every being. It seems like the tree has an advantage because it doesn't have to get up and go to work, drive in traffic, talk to people, all the things that can be used to take you from your happy feelings. But in reality, you are just like that tree. For it also has happy feelings when the rain comes, when the sun is scorching and there is no breeze. It still delivers a happy feeling to you, and you deliver it back to it. That's who we are. That's all there is. These happy feelings. Every encounter is filled with opportunity. Every face you see, every moment allows you to stand above everything like a tree and smile and even be grateful for the car that gets in front of you and slows you down, and you wonder why it's in the fast lane, or the person in line in front of you. And if you take a step back from the busyness of life, you may find out you're being prevented from getting somewhere too quickly. But in the end, it doesn't matter. When you stay in the place of happy feelings, it doesn't really matter why things are happening, because you're not affected. Freedom is what we all know in ourselves exist. And it's the freedom that comes from inside of you, from a knowing place that allows you to be free. We have the imagery of slavery, people who look like me this time around. And like a prison where there's cells and people locked up, it actually provides a disservice, because it gives a standard of what being in prison and what slavery is, so that you can look at someone else and make a determination they were slaves, they're a prisoner, because they were on a slave ship, or they lived as a slave in the physical outworkings of their body. But I tell you that the true slavery is within you. The true prison is within you. So even those slaves, if they did not acknowledge themselves as being slaves were not slaves. But outside of that, you can see yourself as free, but you're more in prison than the prisoners because the bars are invisible. Anytime you think you have a problem, you are in prison. You are a slave to a way of thinking and a way of believing about yourself. There's so many different forms of slavery and being imprisoned that look nothing like a person of my color coming on a slave ship. It's the desire for everyone to be free from within. And what's been orchestrated here is a prison. And when you begin to find out that there are no problems, that there is nothing wrong, you begin to become free. And all you're left with is happy feelings. Because when you are in prison in your way of thinking, you only know to fight. When you are free, there is no fight. No one can steal your happy feelings, your joy, your knowing, your love for humanity, for each person. Only you can give that away. Only you can take it back. And for every seemingly so-called problem, it's really just a circumstance that is producing an opportunity for a miracle. But if you call it a problem, the prison doors will close and you hear that sound of the door closing. Know that you are not a prisoner or a slave. You have never been. And neither has anyone who has even been called a slave or a prisoner. Only if they agree that that's what they are. Only if they choose to agree and then begin to fight. You are not a prisoner. You have never been. You are sovereign. You are free. You are beyond kings and queens. And your happy feelings are transmitted constantly. These words that I'm delivering and words that you deliver to people who have forgotten that they're not in prison and have chosen to take up arms to break out. These words are demolishing structures that have been established for many, many, many years. They are destroying the reality that says something about you that is not true. And they are opening a way for you to step into the kingdom that is yours. In full royalty. Not stepping down into the muck and mire that is below your station. Each time you speak to someone and you transmit the freedom that is theirs through words, not through words, you open the door for them to walk out of the prison. And you destroy the structure that's built around them, which destroys the structure that's built around people they know, and on and on and on. In that way, you are breaking down barriers exponentially. Not even necessarily consciously. Because in your freedom, you transmit a world with no structures, with no barriers, with no boundaries. And in the face of that, knowing the structures fall like dominoes, because your power is too great for those structures. I wanted to speak about that because it's important to see that the structures have existed, even though we tend to look outside of ourselves. So that we could all know that they don't exist. And we surpass them in the blink of an eye. This is called Greetings, Dear Simeon. Greetings, dear Simeon. I've never written a poem to you, but as I sat waiting for Robert's broadcast, you came flying into view. You've been here for all our broadcast, like a great ship coming to port, holding the water steady with unlimited support. I can feel that we are getting closer to crossing over the thinning veil, where we'll see each other clearly, and of great stories we will tell. How you stood out in the galaxy with arms open wide and held back the disturbances that came to make our broadcast hide. To hide from the world, but you would not allow. You were aware of the perfect time, and that time was surely now. You sit behind the rock in the lemon pepper tree, smiling your bright smile for all the world to see. Your smile so full of mischief, your essence fills the space, saying not to worry because you're always safe. To pay tribute to you, Simeon, and all of your friends who hold the universe in their hands and will be there until the end. You are coming into my field at this time. That is why I'm writing these words to you. You are here now as I am reading them to deliver through me your message of truth. So this one known as David will share the words I gave to him. I've come to him before, so here I go again. Hello everyone, this is Simeon, coming to you from the outer reaches of the universe, bringing you the great comfort of a knowing that has always belonged to you. I am closer than I've ever been to you now, and my friends and I are so looking forward to you seeing yourself as we have always seen you. We are looking forward to being with you in the new place that is here now. We've hidden ourselves from you with only fleeting appearances into the physical, but now we will make ourselves clearly known. Look for me everywhere, for I will no longer hide myself from you, and you will feel my power standing right next to you. And we will remember all the places we have been together, from the Great Hall to the outer reaches of the universe and beyond. I have always loved you, for you are my friends, and I am always with you. So until we meet again, thank you for listening. I am Simeon. And I thank you too for listening. And now I go to celebrate my freedom and yours, and all the world and beyond. I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.